So at least he answered that. So we're ready. Okay.
They pass. Do they pass?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Patreon.com/Pantelis. I'm here with Guido today, as you can see, because our man Poseidon is traveling, I guess. So yeah, in the beginning, me and Guido were discussing stuff. That's why you guys couldn't hear it. Top secret shit. We can't tell you everything that we're doing over here.
Top secret, like the undisclosed location of our prime minister.
Yes, exactly. Almost like that. Almost like the undisclosed location of our prime minister. So Guido Grasso filling in for the traveling Poseidon. Poseidon will be back this week, back to work, but he had some things to take care of. Not in Ottawa. He went to Quebec City. He's holding his own protest.
Yeah, yeah.
Revolving around yogurt.
The traveling Poseidon, like the traveling Wilburys. Remember the traveling Wilburys?
Negativo.
Am I? Wasn't that Neil Young and a bunch of other people? Or am I losing my mind? Okay, that was stupid.
All right, traveling. Is that how you call it? Yeah, he's traveling. He's traveling.
He is traveling.
Yeah.
He picked up a pizza before he left.
No, no, they're freaking out. No sound. You guys don't have to hear everything in the beginning, guys. All right, this is my co-host for the day. Doesn't want to divulge everything that we're saying here. Now we're back on though. So let's say hello, Guido. We got Jesse Jellin is here. Jess Sorrell is probably in the chat as well. We got Mackie Sports. Aaron Halpin is here. Gary Atlas, the Belgian bomber as they call him. Mark Chabot. Trey Cool.
Trey Cool.
We know Trey Cool. Trey Cool's always here. Vacman is here. Everyone's complaining that they couldn't hear what we were talking about in the beginning. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about it.
They're really mad?
No, they're not mad.
Oh,
they just thought that we were going to do the whole show without any sound, so they were worried. Lacon, ça va?
Panic.
I was watching some live streams from Ottawa. A lot of fucking people. I didn't expect that many people.
Okay, did you watch live streams from like people's own?
From YouTube channels.
Okay, is it different from what the news is showing?
100%.
Really, huh?
But you knew that was going to happen because even CBC was saying some weird shit in the beginning. They said a couple of hundred people are there, and
they're downplaying it.
But they kind of have to. Even here, they blocked the cameras from the highway when they were driving by, they kind of have to because it's the complete opposite of what the prime minister said.
Okay,
so you don't want to have problems.
CBC is a government.
Yeah, they're not going to fight with the prime minister. Like, whatever, he said it, he fucking said it. What do you want to say?
But is he equating the truckers to terrorists? Or to...
He is. The media is. And it's weird because they're focusing a lot. There's a bounty out. There's actually there's a couple $1,000s in play right now out there for anyone that can identify, because there was a photo that went out of 4 or 5 guys. One of them had a swastika flag, like a Nazi flag, and it wasn't with the people. It was we can't tell where it is. It was like out there, and people are trying to figure out if anybody has any information on who this guy is. And it's all of the conservative news outlets that are putting money in to try to find out who that was. So
it could be. It could be fixed. It could be legit,
or it could be fixed.
Yeah.
But either way, if you could out, like, that'll be one good thing that comes out of this, because that's fucking crazy.
A plant.
First of all, where do you buy a Nazi flag?
You're right.
Like, you don't go to Walmart and you can pick that shit up.
You're absolutely right. And I don't know if that guy was in his basement on a sewing machine making one.
Yeah. So that looked like made in a factory type of shit. So it'd be fun if they figure out that was a cop.
I remember when they brought down that Saddam Hussein statue.
Yeah,
a lot of Iraqis were saying those people dancing around the statue were not legit Iraqis.
I remember that.
Yeah, they were actors.
There's always going to be state actors. It's losing it's losing meaning online, because I see a lot of people don't know. People are saying, "Oh, this is anti-Islamic. This is like just crazy shit that has nothing to do with what they're talking about."
How is it anti-Islamic?
Or anti-vaccine?
How is it anti-Islamic?
I don't know. I can't make the equation. It's just what I'm seeing online. I don't know. The best is the Sikhs that are talking, because they go white supremacist, and there was one where this woman has a thing, get your white supremacist shit out of here or whatever, and next to her is a guy at the protest, a Sikh guy. He's like, I'm not white. I'm just here. I'm vaccinated. I'm just here to protest the mandates. That's the funniest thing. Funny. And she's just standing there. Doesn't know what to do because it's just awkward. He's like, what is she talking about?
That's great.
There's a lot of shit like that. A lot of people, but you have to be careful. Those people are scary. Like the people that go, oh yeah, well, why is there, there's like 100,000 people there. And they go, yeah, well, if I went somewhere and there was one person that was like, I don't know, a white supremacist, I would leave or something. If there's one of them, they all are. You have to be careful, people like that, because they're the same people that say all Muslims are terrorists. It's the same type of mentality.
Yeah,
you have
that's
to be
scary shit.
Yeah, you have to be careful with stupid people like that. It's very, very dumb. Danny Polchuk made the best tweet about that.
What did he say?
was talking about, he goes, just the willful, like lack of intelligence. It's illegitimate thought to group them in just to try to legitimize your point that you don't like them. Just there's someone there that's fucked up. You're like, you see that? The rest of you.
They're all like that.
So as a comic, if there's a heckler in the room, do I leave and go, fuck all you people? Like, it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
I love when people generalize. That's so dangerous.
I get. I get the fight for the madness, but obviously you can't have that many people and not have dummies. Because there's like, I saw some people, there was this one lady from Quebec, that's what embarrassed me too, she was Quebecer. She was dancing on the memorial of the unknown soldier.
Okay.
And then someone had to like, get the fuck off. And she like, what are you stupid? What does that have to do with anything? Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, even the truckers would have respect for that soldier.
Well, everybody, the truckers are still fucking Canadian.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I know, that was ridiculous.
What are you doing?
She was so embarrassed herself. She thought she was giving it to the man.
The thing that confused me, I saw a guy as a doctor online. He's like, this is disgusting. They defaced the Terry Fox statue by putting the Confederate flag on it. So then I look at the photo they attached, and it was the Canadian flag. And I was like, does this guy...
He wrote Confederate flag?
He wrote Confederate flag, and it had the Canadian... But then the thing that really bugged me, though, is just, first of all, leave the statue alone. But the fact that the flag was upside down, because I don't like upside-down flags. It's like a OCD thing. But I was like, did he mean to say Confederate? Does he not know what the Canadian flag looks like?
Maybe
there's a lot of weirdness happening.
He was painting a picture.
And he forgot. It was like narrative. A Freudian slip.
He wanted to say we're like the South in the States.
Maybe.
We're behaving like them.
But when I saw that, I was like, wait, what the fuck are they saying? It's just a lot of misinformation.
Wow.
A lot of weird shit going on.
Misinformation has got to be the word of the times.
Yeah, Poseidon is in the chat.
Hey, Poseidon.
How's it going out there, Posezi?
How you doing, Brace?
Yeah, it was just a lot of weirdness over the weekend. But in the meantime, the Raptors won in triple OT yesterday.
You're not wearing your Raptors. You usually wear the Raptors.
It's hit or miss. Depends what I'm wearing. This is the sweater I picked out today. It's a little cold.
It is.
I want to stay warm. Jess Sorrell is giving you a big hello.
Hi, Jess Sorrell. How's it going down under?
Yeah, what's his name? Rafael Nadal won the Grand Slam.
Oh, he won it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in Australia around this time, I was watching tennis. That's correct.
Yeah, it's summer for them, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, right now it's.
But even their winters aren't that hard.
It's like LA winter. Just rains. It's really decent. Nice place, Australia.
Yeah, Poseidon has the same name as Adonis Stevenson. They go, that explains the brain damage. Part of it. Yeah, he's been getting knocked across the fucking head for a while.
Who's Adonis Stevenson?
The boxer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not a big box guy anyway.
No, I'm not lately. I've just been making pizzas.
You ever heard of this guy, Peter Nygaard?
Oh, wait. What does that tell me? That tells me something. It rings a bell.
It's a documentary about him online now. He was a Canadian businessman. I guess he had like clothes, maybe like middle-aged women clothes.
Okay, Reitman.
I don't know. I remember I just saw Nygaard in the video, and he was just raping everyone apparently.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he was like really old, and he still put the fake tan that ends here. So he's orange all the way here, but there's a line here that he's not orange, and he was going out just raping.
You know who I Googled recently just to find out what he was up to was remember the guy who started American Apparel, and then he got canned because he was inappropriate with girls and stuff. No. Anyway, he's back. He's back in the business quietly.
I didn't know anything about that stuff.
Dove Charney, that was his name, Dove Charney. Fred Armisen did a great impression of him on Saturday Night Live.
I know that the fashion industry has their own icons and gossip, and I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, no, but this guy was from here, and he started American Apparel. You remember American Apparel, and then it all went to shit. But I think he was making the masks. Last I saw. Even
comedy, sometimes there's a lot of shit that goes. There's a lot of shit that goes over my head. Like I didn't know. Like there's drama, rivalries. Okay. And I was like, really? I had no idea. Yeah, I don't. Unless it comes into my feed, I'm not gonna seek it out.
Yeah. It's interesting you say that because that's the world we really are living in. We are given in feeds everything based on what we type in as suggestions. So it's really it's almost separating everybody so much because it's not like, hey, did you watch Saturday Night Live last night? And everyone watched it. It's like I watched what my preferences are. You watched what your preferences are, and people are not like-minded.
And I'm slowly disconnecting from everything. Like soon we're finalizing so that Poseidon takes over all of the bookings for guests, all that stuff. So I won't be online as much.
Being disconnected is quite freeing, man. I've been doing it for a while.
I just want to focus more on the business side of it, make the podcast. Plus, so I told you I got a good artist for the album cover.
Yes.
God, I'll show you the work in progress so far.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. And it looks how I want it to look.
Looks like an old George Lucas poster.
Kind of more, because I want it to look like a heavy metal album, but of the 80s, 90s. I got the guy that does some of the bands that I like's albums.
I like it.
And
that's great.
Yeah, so he's doing
that. Was a whole thing. Our album art was big.
It is for me. I know for a lot of comics it isn't, but for me it is. Like I still see it as a...
You know what a lot of generic, I don't know, insecure comics call their albums? I've seen this a lot.
What?
Their name with Relentless.
Oh, like, we will not stop.
Relentless. I've seen I don't think I've more than one comic has called their special Relentless.
Now, mine's not Relentless, but we've done a test with Poseidon on a couple of comics who know the title. It was supposed to be the title of the tour, but then we said, no, it's just going to be the album. And
it works.
The established comics like it.
They gave a thumbs up. Good. I trust your
other
judgment.
people are very upset. A lot of my peers that
because you thought of it first.
No, because they find it's like it's an attack on them, but it's not. I'm propping myself up. I'm not putting you down.
I got it, and they interpret it that way.
Yeah,
Bastards.
which is funny. Let's see. Hi from Iran. Get the fuck out of here. Iran. I believe didn't Iran qualify for the World Cup?
It was on.
Yeah.
Can we ask the Iran?
Iran is one of the teams supporting the World Cup. They have 3 of my players in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Ahmadinejad? What's he doing now?
I don't know. Saying that there's no gay people in Iran. What do you?
He wore a members only jacket.
Yeah, members only jackets are cool.
I still wear them.
Yeah, you gave one to Mike as a gift.
Yes. Well, he complimented me on it, and I said, "I'll get you one."
The World Cup of coffee, maybe. Oh, they drink a lot of coffee too. The Iranians. All the more reason to like them.
I should have brought coffee.
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring. Or else I would have stopped.
Totally forgot.
Okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm going to hold it against Poseidon.
Yeah, it's his fault. Remember when Poseidon was making the coffee here for like
there are no good movies out. Did you notice that shit?
Oh.
Normally there's good movies out and you could stream them. There's nothing.
You know what I watched? Misery.
With
Kathy Bates? Yeah, I was in the mood. And James
How are you in the mood for that?
I don't know. It popped into my mind. She was fantastic in that movie.
Very creepy.
Another one that
the ultimate superfan.
Yeah, she was so good. She was so good.
Zen 10 says it's nice to see you with your new Mexican teeth. You could read everything over there, by the way.
What's the name of Guido's restaurant? Sapori di Napoli. There's a sign on the door and on the answering machine saying, "I won't be back till 6:15.
That's funny.
I just locked up.
I like how we put this nice screen up for Guido. He's not used to it. He's not used to technology in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at myself. I'm like, is this me now? Or when was this?
That's a few seconds.
Don't
look over there. You're gonna get distracted.
Exactly. That's what I'm.
Look over. I'll turn it off.
No, it's fine. So a movie night, which we got to do again. I missed one because I was working.
Yeah.
A good movie to show you guys. You probably haven't seen is a movie called Defending Your Life.
What's that about?
It's with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep and Rip Torn. It's about
Rip Torn. What a name, man.
Rip Torn. It's his real name. The guy from Men in Black.
I know who he is. It's just his name is always fascinating to me.
Anyway, it's about when you die, there's like a court case for you to either move on or go back to Earth.
Okay.
And it's just that. It was really cool. Very funny. Very, very, very good movie. Albert Brooks is the brother of the guy who plays Artie Funkhauser on Curb. Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah,
that's
he
Albert,
died.
And Albert Brooks is his brother. Kind of looks like a George Costanza type.
I remember that show when I was young, Super Dave Osborne.
Oh, yeah. It was on Bizarre.
White TV.
Bizarre, yeah.
I remember that show.
The show was bizarre.
What killed him?
Good question. I think cancer.
Fuck.
Yeah, he died last year. There's Bob Einstein is his name. There's a documentary coming out now.
Oh, I'd watch that.
About him. And he was respected, so they're all in it,
Yeah, I like his voice.
Yeah, he talked like this.
We all know.
He was deadpan expert.
Let's see. His resto's on the corner of Dude. Yeah, Captain YOLO's giving away all your information.
Great. Thank you, Captain YOLO.
So if anybody tries to assassinate you.
No problem.
It's his fucking fault.
Some lovely people came in yesterday, and I think her name is Karina from Terrebonne. They were driving through, passing through, and I forgot to ask his name. I want to say hi to them. They passed by, and I make them 2 pizzas.
Were they fans of the shows?
I gave them, and they gave them some garlic knots. I've been making garlic knots.
It's funny because we got messages on Friday. We were doing the morning show, and we were getting like live messages from people on the road. I think going to Ottawa and stuff like that.
No, I'm telling them literally, like, don't forget to mention that. I'll give you something free. Just say that you're a listener.
Yeah, tell them when you get in there that you're a listener.
It was nice of them to say. I said, okay, well, you told me that.
Super Dave's appearance on Norm Macdonald Live was legendary. He shot Norm Macdonald's stuff was fucking legendary.
What are you doing here? Why is this even here? Who's gonna watch this? He's so good.
Oh, I don't know how. So I was looking at Sound Exchange earlier. I was trying to figure out the royalty stuff.
I meant to do that 5 years ago.
I don't know how it works because it's there. It's confirmed. It's like, okay, these tracks that are being spun on Sirius, they're 45% mine because the rest is just for laughs, right? That's how for this album. That's how it worked for the one that came out in the summer for the just for laughs thing. I understood. I knew that already. The next one is I'm going to reduce my Bruce Mountain thing. It's going to be 100% me. But that was 45% me. I was like, okay. But then it doesn't say like how many times it's been spun, how much you own. It just says, yeah, they're there. I don't know how it works. I'm going to ask Abdul because he's done this before.
Yeah, it looked complicated for me because I was starting to register and I'm like, I'm
registered. I'm just curious about how it works. So I thought it would at least show you the number of spins.
I once did a deep dive and I found one of my comedy bits on a ringer for a phone. Yeah. Like when I would say some shit in Italian or whatever, it was literally a ringer.
People
I don't know.
Are quick to pick up because they don't want to
keep hearing millions of dollars.
No, it's not gonna be millions, but it's just I'm curious to see what the spins are. Did you know that Norm Macdonald had a farm? Gary says.
Norm Macdonald had a farm.
Gary, one more outburst of that level of stupidity, I'm gonna ban you. Melanie says, "Hey everyone, it's been a while.
Who's gonna feed them hogs?"
Yeah, welcome everybody. Lacon Sava is in the chat. One of my favorite names.
Lacon
Sava.
Lacon Sava.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite names.
Very clever. Very clever. Wow, it's good to be here, just chilling.
Yeah, you're having fun on this Sunday? I wasn't going to do today because of Poseidon, but he said, no, I have a replacement.
No, it's good. It's good. I got a lot done.
I was busy. I
made a lasagna.
I was busy all fucking morning. I'm working hard with this goddamn place.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we got a lot of podcasts coming out now. And there's talks in the works now of new shows on the network.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm finalizing all that shit too. We're really doubling down on the podcast game here. I don't know why people are so mad at Rogan.
I like him and Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon is great.
They're talking about. Rogan asks him, "Do you think there's going to be another Epstein Island?" And Tim Dillon snaps back, "No, better, bigger, bigger, better. There's going to be a water slide that goes right into a furnace for the kids." He's fucking funny, that guy.
Isn't it cool how we're all just okay with that? Like online, people are furious about, oh my God, these fucking truckers. Like everyone's mad at truckers who want to end the mandates. Zero talk about Ghislaine. Why did they hide those names? The John Does, remember?
Yeah.
Prince Anne. Nobody gives a fuck. Also, this is another thing I was thinking. This is a challenge, maybe not a challenge, but kind of a request to the listeners. If anybody out there knows, I was thinking about this last night. It actually woke me up in the middle of the night. And I was like, wow. I not angry, just I wonder. So we always have this debate. What's going to happen with clean drinking water for the natives? There's still reserves. There's still places that the First Nations live that they get promised clean drinking water and they still don't get it. And it's always like swept under the rug. So I see TikToks, people, they're opening their sinks. It's all black. They're like, what the fuck, man? We still don't have drinking water. Yeah. You didn't know about this? There's another crime. You don't know about that, but you know about other nonsense that CBC wants to show you. Okay. So I was thinking about this. I don't know what the block is. I don't know why the government ignores them because it seems like a basic human right. And also, wouldn't you want that more so everyone's happy so the people that live there, like, just start with water. We'll start there and then we'll deal with other stuff.
Yeah, so, shouldn't it be on their
radar
list of things to do?
So this is my challenge. If anybody knows, if there's anyone that does like the First Nations work, the outreach programs, if anybody knows, let's say of something close to here, close to Montreal that we could get involved with. So we could talk with them, find out, okay, what's the block? What's stopping it? How much would it cost if private industry were to come in and do it? And then see if there's a way for us to raise money.
Wow.
You get it? Now that I have a platform, now that I have access to
it's got to come down to money.
But that's what I think. So if we
sucks.
remove that,
that's a human right. Everybody deserves water on the planet.
So my question is, we test it somewhere nearby. We find out what's going on. Like, what's the block? If it's money, how much do we need to raise? We do fundraisers. We try to figure it out, raise, get it started, get it done, and then see if we could copy that in other places. If that's the block, because I don't get why we're still talking about that now. It's embarrassing.
It really is shameful.
Right? I'm not great. Okay.
I remember, you ever go get water from a spring, like literally?
In Greece.
Yeah, in Italy I did that. It's amazing.
But find out, because we have a very diverse cast of listeners. So if anyone knows anyone that's involved that understands this and knows what the fuck the blockade is, what the problem is.
But why specifically the natives? Why is it their sins?
Native reserves.
On their reservations.
Yeah, they don't have drinking water. Not all of them, no. There's always been a complaint. And
Shouldn't they be the ones that get the better water?
You think, right? Yeah. No, they don't care.
Wow.
Yeah. You ever seen, Mike was telling me, because Mike did a whole...
I've been to Ganawagi.
Forget Kanawaki. It's like further out than
deeper
Kanawaki.
in, yeah.
It's not good. They're not treated well. So first things first is the water. I'm just thinking, if we do a test run somewhere close by, we figure out how much it costs, what do people normally do, and then if you can get it done, you do fundraisers across the country, and you eliminate the government from that, and you just keep applying it to different places.
When I was started to listen to Rogan, I remember before his podcast, it would always be a commercial for him bringing money to the pygmy tribe.
Yeah, in the beginning, they had the...
What was that company? What was that group?
I don't know what that group was, but it's because one of his friends had went on a trip down there, met them, and told them all about it. Because I'm thinking, now that there's a bit of a platform, we have access to some famous people, you get the word out.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do something like that. Because or else it's just bullshit. Yeah, they talk, like I remember when I did my the French podcast at the Just for Laughs Festival, the French one last summer, every single episode that they were putting up, right before my episode started, it goes, we want to remind you that this fucking idiot recorded his shit on stolen land. They were doing it on all my podcasts. They were like, yo, this guy, and it was their offices, like I didn't steal anything, like they invited me there. But that's what they were saying. It's like, okay, well, you say this as a company, but why aren't we doing anything?
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. You blaming me like I did something.
Everyone's talking about it, but they passed the job to someone else.
This guy's recording his podcast on stolen land. It's like, this are your offices. Why'd you steal them then? What do you want to fucking tell you?
It's a pass the buck attitude.
Yeah, so let's get together. If it's money, dude, people have raised money for dumber shit. I think we could raise money for this. Like, what is it? Isn't it weird though?
Remember there was a GoFundMe for potato salad or something?
Oh, somebody just wanted a potato salad?
Yeah, they just went, or... What is that? It's there's GoFundMe, and then what's the other one?
There's Indiegogo, but that's like for projects.
Yeah,
Indiegogo
was like the movie
for film projects or games people make.
Yeah, I remember that some guy put a potato salad.
So let's see. DM me if anybody knows. Hopefully somebody watches this and knows someone and knows what's up. Because we might hear, like, I don't know, from an organizer, like, yeah, we've been waiting for 5 years. We need approval for X amount of money for this company to start. And then we could work backwards from there. Because or else I don't think it's ever going to get done. I mean, look at Trudeau now. I've never seen this, by the way, in the first world. Normally, isn't the leader not supposed to flee the country?
Yeah, I think that's like rule number one. That's like
I saw that. I was like, what is this, El Salvador? What are you doing?
The captain not going down with the ship.
Yeah.
The guy jumping off first.
I was like, okay, so go talk. You think you're right? Then go talk. Look, what the fuck's going on? This and this. What do you guys want? This way I can meet you halfway. That's what we're supposed to do in a democracy, no?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's somebody at the front of that trucker line, right?
Oh, but something funny. The truckers did something funny this morning that made me laugh. You know, I don't like Aaron O'Toole.
Okay.
O'Toole. He went out because he wanted to be like, oh, fuck, people are going to like me now, you know? So he went out talking to them. I don't think they were buying him either. And they announced this morning, they go, yeah, we also want Aaron O'Toole to step down from the Conservatives, and we want Pierre Poilievre to step up or whatever. Fuck this guy. So I was laughing. I go, this guy's like, I am young, hip, cool, right? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
They told him to fuck off.
He's like, I thought you hated Trudeau. We don't like you either, bro.
Oh, that's so funny.
That made me laugh.
He thought they were on his side.
Yeah. So yeah, this is normally like.
Have they made him any American media?
This is in the American media too. The Washington Post said it's fascists heading to Ottawa trying to take over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the media talks about it in the States too. I'm just wondering because this is normally shit I see in the third world. I don't see in the modern world. He's like, holy shit, get the plane.
Yeah, he literally bailed.
Yeah.
But wouldn't he come out and speak to the truck in the front?
Or no, not the truck in the front. Just be like, okay, who are the fucking organizers?
That's what I mean.
There's 10 people. You 10. Let's go inside. There'll be cameras. You'll say what the fuck. What's going on?
to a
Yeah,
whole
what's going
crowd.
on? Let me explain my side. You tell me your side. Let's try to figure out a meeting.
Instead, he fled and is just calling them stuff on Twitter.
Because even though it's revitalizing the local hotel industry, Monday morning people got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? So you'd think, but instead it's like, fuck that shit, which,
How long has this been going on?
Since Friday.
So it's Friday, and the truckers are planning on going back to work Monday?
No. They've already raised $6 million. The truckers said we're staying here until either he resigns or they
so we're not going to have food.
But that's what I keep telling people. People keep talking a lot of shit. I'm like, yo,
what do you think's in those trucks?
Yeah, you should want this to get resolved quickly.
What do you think's in those trucks?
Because farmer unions already announced that they're going to be next. They're going to go join them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, get ready for stuff to be tripled.
Yeah, Trump talked about Canada, but Trump made it seem like he thinks Canada is in the States. He's like, they're really about American values. I was like, what is he saying?
He said, those Canadians need to learn how to be more American. He hinted at running again.
Who?
He's at a rally.
He
did a rally in Texas yesterday.
He shouldn't. I'll tell you why. As fun as it is to watch him talk, he's a very divisive person. Very divisive.
Yep.
That DeSantis kid from Florida would do better as a Republican candidate.
I get what you're saying because Trump really
Trump divided the room.
Divided.
So even people that are like, I like that policy, they're like, I just don't like him.
I get your point.
So if you want the Republicans to win, and you would have to have a like a DeSantis type of person who is just fucking freedom. You know what I mean? Like let people do what they want. Let regular people take back smaller government, and he's not. He doesn't play no race shit. None of that. He never has.
How old is DeSantis? Is he like my age?
Yeah, he's young in the sense of politicians, but he's an older guy.
Okay. Trump said he would pardon the people who invaded the Capitol. He said if he became president, he would pardon them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's still focused on dumb shit.
Yeah.
So you need someone.
You're right.
Because even Trudeau, what he did now. Fuck, bro, more divisive than Trump. What the fuck is this, bro?
There's always a third candidate that ends up taking away votes from the two main ones. Mm-hmm. Like I remember when it was Bush against Gore, it was Ralph Nader that took all the almost Gore votes.
Yeah.
And now when Trump will do that to the next guy.
Yeah,
he's gonna take away votes from that guy.
Well, no, DeSantis won't run as independent. And the libertarians don't. Even though I'm more libertarian, I love that side more. They don't win in the States. It's just like in Canada. It's basically two parties always.
Yeah. Libertarian. You know who? Penn Jillette. You know him?
Yeah.
He's libertarian.
Yeah, I'm more libertarian. Like, I don't subscribe to, like, I don't have a card for any. I'm not politically affiliated to anyone, but I subscribe more to that. More leave people
ideology.
Alone. Yeah, leave people alone.
Yeah.
I prefer that.
You ever watch that YouTube documentary about people, the town that lives on its own? Or like... it's basically a trailer park in the middle of Nevada where there's no rules and they govern themselves and they're off the grid.
That's like anarchy.
Something like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I believe in society you have to have some rules. It's just that they need to apply to everyone.
But the characters that live there are gold. They're wonderful.
It's like a reality show.
No, it's just some, again.
Because that would make a good reality show.
Yeah, there was one guy that like was missing teeth and had a bunch of snakes, and he was like a snake charmer. And
yeah, there's going to be no dentist there.
Yeah.
Right? Dentists can work.
But then there's the nice, lovely retired couple who said, I wanted to get away from everything, and they actually have like a house they built. And
if you want to get away from everything, why don't you go to like a fucking, I don't know, Puerto Rico?
What's in Puerto Rico?
Which is nice.
Isn't Guantanamo Bay over there?
No, that's Cuba.
Oh, is that still a thing, Guantanamo Bay?
Like, does it exist? Yeah, it still exists.
There's still people.
There's probably still people. Nobody talks about that shit.
What happened to the shoe bomber? Is that guy there?
Remember the shoe bomber? Yeah.
Richard Reed, or do you remember the American Taliban kid?
I remember the Boston bomber.
Remember the Boston bomber?
I remember that. Yeah, the Rolling Stone magazine wanted to make him. We'll put him on the cover, I think, because they said he was cute. Like, that's fucking disgusting.
But it just goes to show how there's always so many stories driving the world.
Yeah.
And what everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
And now we got the truckers and.
Well, now the truckers is different because it was kind of skewed about why they're there. oh, they want to end the
Well,
whole.
that's what they're trying to change.
They're trying to change mandates, so it's just there's like you have medical freedom. You choose. You want to get vaccinated. You don't want to get vaccinated. That's what they're trying to do. So you take out the vaccine pass, which I'm all for. Yeah, I can't force people to get vaccinated. That's fucking crazy. In the first world, it shouldn't even be an argument. In the first world, a lot of people don't get it. They argue unscientific things. They'll say you have to protect people. The dominant strain right now that exists, which is the Omicron in our country, the dominant strain, a vaccine doesn't exist for it. So
what is this all about?
That's what I'm saying. So forcing someone to take something that he doesn't want to take, that's not even going to help him in the current situation, is fucking insane. Of course you're going to get fight, but you have to use some logic, some common sense, you know?
But they just feed all this information to people to
and
drive.
Just so they can fight, drive a divide in them. They fight, yeah. So it becomes a toxic environment.
Lately I've been fascinated with the Prince Andrew stuff. I just keep watching because it just keeps showing me
films.
royal family stuff. And I don't know why I've been fascinated by it lately.
He's been excommunicated.
Yeah, but it's just so, like, the amount of money and power this woman has, it's unfathomable. Do you know that the Queen of England has been waking up? Her alarm clock is a bunch of bagpipes.
Her alarm clock?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like actual people with bagpipes?
Outside her window. That's how she's been waking up her whole life.
That's a little fucked up.
That's what I mean. These little things.
That's a little fucked up.
Or like when you're with the Queen, she always has to walk first. You're not allowed to touch her. You're not allowed to
Well, she is the Queen.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I would,
personally, I'm not a fan of royalty. I don't like any of these people.
But she is kind of like England's Pope.
No, I don't like any of that shit.
No, that's what I mean. But just the regalness, the way they all follow the orders.
But people made that mistake here. You know that, right? Because we talk shit. Oh, we don't. At least we don't have a royal family.
We do.
We do because you idolize these politicians or these celebrities the same way.
Well, technically, the Queen is our queen.
This Queen is still our queen. That's true.
But
sadly,
they have. You ever watch what happens when the Queen dies? Like the whole order of they've been planning it for 40 years. It's fucked up. That everyone has to go back home. All of England has to go back home from work.
What do you mean?
And the whole when they announce, it's called Operation London Bridge. When they announce London Bridge is falling down, it means the Queen died.
Okay,
and the whole country just stops.
But we say this, but when was the last time you saw a queen die?
Well, no, she's been the longest monarch in history.
That's what I'm saying.
The last king that died was her father.
That's what I'm saying. So you never experienced this because you made it seem like it happens all the time.
It'll be probably the biggest event in the world.
No one's gonna know what's happening. If I work there, I've never, I'm just some dude that's there.
But I mean,
and they're like London Bridge, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The BBC channels are all gonna go live. They're not even allowed to show.
Those are new porn.
They're not even allowed to show like comedy. The newscasters have to be dressed in black.
Very North Korean.
Yeah, exactly. The what was another one that stuck out? They said, but they might allow football to keep going. The hooligans
To distract people.
But yeah, then they even have plans like if she dies away, it's fucked up. It'll be very interesting.
Is she in good health, this broad?
I think she is. She's like 94.
It doesn't sound like it's in good health.
Yeah, I think she's in good health. She can live past 100, man. King Charles.
Well, but if she dies,
it's King Charles.
But no one respects kings anymore, right?
Well, he'll be the king.
But does he have the same power as the queen?
Yeah.
So why isn't he the king now?
Because he's her son.
Yeah, but she's old.
You don't retire. You saw Braveheart.
It doesn't make any sense, though. You'd think in her 90s she'd be like, someone else should run this operation.
I just want to be Queen Mother. No, I don't know. It's just it's pageantry, or what am I? It's theatrical. It's so weird.
How much money does the nation give him every year?
She makes a lot of money. She's got priceless things, and they say she's got a net worth of about $500 million. But she makes a lot of money for them.
But the royal family, let's say, every year they get money from the country.
Yeah, when she flies, taxpayers pay that. When she
More than just when she flies. Bro.
Yeah.
If someone could find that out in the chat, it's a lot of money.
But the general consensus is everyone in England likes her.
Well, no, general consensus is there's no place on earth that there's someone that everyone likes. So that's untrue.
Yeah, but I mean the popularity polls. Yeah, I get it.
Popularity polls. I don't even know how real that shit is.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, who votes?
Yeah, you're right.
If somebody would call me and be like, "We're taking a popularity poll," I'd be like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't have time for this shit." What do you think's gonna happen with this? You think Trudeau's gonna come out of hiding, talk, and we're gonna figure this shit out?
That's the first thing I would have done if I was a leader. You have to go on.
This is a bad look for
this
him.
This is a cowardly move. Why did he run away?
Fuck. You know what? I can't.
You got to come out and talk to them.
What's funny is that that's the one thing that everyone's like, we don't know what to say about that. It looks
you can't
bad.
even defend that.
No.
Unless he's saying COVID in isolation. That's the only.
First of all, nobody on the planet that's a medical expert is going to tell someone that tested negative. He tested negative for COVID that he has to isolate. They're telling doctors to go to work if they have COVID.
You're right.
So he should.
Yeah, this is that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a bad look. This is something he won't be able to live down.
Who is communicating with them? The opposition?
No, even the opposition is Canada. No, they went down there and said, "Hey guys, like no one's communicating officially. People are tweeting shit." That's
so they're gonna stay there until they're
satisfied.
Satisfied. Yeah. So that these guys could be here a week, 2
a month.
Wow.
But it could also get resolved in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because if he comes out and they discuss or whatever something happens, now it's done. Get out of here. Like it's done.
So now they're just gonna paint them as terrible people.
They try to. I don't know what's gonna stick. They've tried a couple of things. So I don't think it matters anymore. A lot of people don't care. A lot of people are fed up with all this shit. They're like, all right, finally, at least let's see if listen to them. And this comes at the heels of a few days after like Denmark dropped all their mandates and shit. So there's.
And how are they doing?
Oh, they're fine. That's why they dropped the mandates. So there's a lot of other stuff that's happening around the world in civilized, developed countries that we normally look up to. So he's running out of excuses. Yeah.
Now, why would he benefits because he makes money on the back end?
I have no idea, bro. People. That's conspiracy. I have no idea. I think this is coming down to ego now. That's why everyone's so angry. They're all fighting themselves on Twitter. Everyone wants to be right. So it's just ego. No one's willing to sit down and talk and address, look, this is what's really happening. This is what we need. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. No one's willing to do that because it's all ego. I have to be right. So he's like, I can't sit down and fucking talk to people. He fucked off.
Let's be conspiracy theorists for 1 second.
Okay.
This crossed my mind.
Tell me.
What if Dr. Evil type situation? What if
supervillain?
Once upon a time, these James Bond bad guys got together. Amazon, because remember Amazon bought
Bezos.
You
mean Bezos, right?
Yeah. They bought the pharmaceutical company a couple of years ago, and so they ship it to you and they ship the medication to you.
Bro, Bezos owns the Washington Post.
So what if him and Mark Zuckerberg and other people of that nature
trying to force you
got
in
together?
They're trying to force you in so they can push the metaverse on you.
How could people stay home?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I want people to stay home. I want them to take medication that I give them, and I want them to use my platform to live their life through my Facebook Meta.
As far as conspiracy theories go, it is not a bad one at all.
That's what I believe.
Reasonable. It's very reasonable. It could also be done not on purpose.
Because, look, this week,
because that's going to happen anyway.
Restaurant dining rooms, they force it to happen faster. Restaurant dining rooms are going to open.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm excited because what I've noticed is it's changed. People don't go to restaurants as much as they used to.
No.
It's in their minds, whether they're vaxxed or not, they
don't want the hassle.
They don't go. It's changed. It's shifted.
Yeah.
It's grab and go. We eat at home. People got used to for 2.5 years staying home, being alone and talking through screens. So who's benefiting from that? The Zooms, us, Bezos. It's
well, what I would say is, because remember we're talking
about Wall-E again.
What's it about? Is it about pride or not? So what I would suggest, and you guys can go out and see. So I guess all the people that are, because there's comedians that are super pro mandates, force this and that. There's also so what I would suggest, and I would like to see if they're true to their word, when mandates lighten up a bit and we start doing shows, and let's say there's shows that don't require a vax pass or a mask. If you're serious about this, then I suggest you do your shows. You announce that you have to check everyone. If that's what if right now you're saying that, so as a comic, continue the same energy. When things open up, don't say I'm happy that things are open up and there's no more mandates.
No,
Tell people you're upset. Tell people you're upset because that's what you should be, and tell them if they want to come to your shows, they still need to show the pass and they need to be masked. And let's see how many do that, and let's see how that goes. I guarantee you, a lot of these people that are talking shit now won't do that.
No, they won't.
And they're going to be the first to tweet.
Half their audience,
They're going to be the first to tweet how excited they are that there's no more mandates. So it's little shit like that I see that bugs me.
Yeah, people join groups.
Yeah.
People join groups and they're afraid that if they don't join, people won't like them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all it is.
Okay, maybe you're true.
Jumping on bandwagons.
Maybe you never want
their fans.
Yeah, maybe you're truly you never want the mandates to end. I have zero problem if that's how you think. That's what you believe. Perfect. Maintain that though.
Yeah.
If tomorrow things change,
no, they're gonna.
Don't try to take advantage.
Yeah.
Right? Because I thought you had beliefs.
People are opportunists.
Yeah. How deep are your beliefs in this? That's what I'm curious to see.
Every time someone tells me stuff like that, when they start the whole vaccines conversation at the restaurant, I'm like, okay, bro, go, make a list and get signatures. If you want me to sign, I'll sign for you, bro.
Yeah.
But don't spit your shit at me.
Yeah, just do your thing.
You really want to believe? Go ahead.
Okay.
Really do it, though.
I have zero issue with it.
Yeah.
Have passport only shows, even though let's say the passport it doesn't exist anymore. I don't mind. Go ahead and do them, but I know you won't.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they just want to talk.
Yeah. That's about no one's fucking real anymore.
No.
It's like, what can I jump on next? What kind of word can I use? Islamophobe, homophobe, transphobe, Greekphobe, Hellenophobe, whatever.
Trappistphobe?
Transphobe.
Transphobe.
Everyone's phobic, apparently. Everyone's scared. That's what it is. No one has the right to speak. They're all scared of something.
Did you ever see that Zeitgeist movie?
There was a few documentaries back in the day.
Yeah, the first one. I remember.
Too long, bro.
Yeah, it was so fucked up.
Yeah, but they're long as shit. Yeah, that was actually the movie that explained the documentary that explained the best, but it's still long. The banking system, how loans are given out.
Yeah, that the Federal Reserve is a private company.
Yeah, our whole fractional reserve system. And that I knew about the Federal Reserve, but it's just the fractional reserve stuff I didn't know. Like how it's distributed, so how much money the bank needs to have in, and then how much it's allowed to loan out, and it's like 13 times more than what it actually has. So it's all made up money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that shit either. Yeah.
Yeah, I went through some of those rabbit holes back in the day, and then I just stopped.
Hello, Steph. Steph just joined the chat late, she says. Hola. Yeah, I remember those kind of documents. But you think there's going to be any of those comics that do that when this is done?
Yeah, a lot of.
Do you think anyone's gonna call them out? Be like, okay.
A lot of comics west of us.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's gonna call them out when they're like, yeah, the mandates are over. Why are you excited? I thought you said you were super pro mandate. Okay, so
it's true.
So enforce them at your shows.
You're literally dividing your audience.
Yeah, enforce them at your shows then if you really want them. I have no problem with you wanting them.
So now you're got to be at 50% capacity, and 50% of your audience doesn't. Hey
Harun.
Wow, that's yeah. It's scary times.
Yeah, scary.
Harun.
Did you see that guy that was walking around just with a Speedo and like
I
a
love
bathrobe?
This guy. Where is?
Bro, it's in Ottawa.
Good for him.
I don't know if that's good for him or that guy's gonna die.
What are those?
That's fucking cold.
You know those polar bear clubs there, or you at the spas where they make you jump in the river?
But it's different because you get into a hot place. This guy's fucking walking around with a fucking Speedo.
He's got to be really high.
I don't know how people do that. There's people that jog like that too.
Yeah, there was the ice giants or
Looks
whatever.
like a mental patient.
Yeah, that's I couldn't do that. I have trouble getting out of the shower.
There was a guy that did that
here. Draft.
When I used to work downtown, I remember going every morning. He wouldn't do it every morning, but in the winter, there was a guy like that would just be in shorts and shirtless running on close to Mount Royal. So I'm sure people have taken photos of him. He probably became a meme in Montreal. But I remember thinking, who the fuck is this guy?
Well, I think maybe he's exercising so much that his body temperature is high. I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy. To me, I see that, I automatically assume you're a lunatic.
Dude, I was in Mexico. I didn't step foot in any body of water.
That's stupid.
I'm freezing. I don't like being
Isn't
cold.
it warm there right now?
Yeah, I know, but just still, the water, they always say, oh, the water's nice, just jump in. Nope, not going to happen.
Are there a lot of English-speaking people there?
Yeah.
Not expats, but the locals.
Yeah, because so many tourists walk by that they adapted how they speak in order to gain them to enter their store.
But is there...
Hey, man, they really put on this
American type.
Their idea of what an American accent is. Some of them.
What about hey man? What about culture-wise? Do they consume a lot of American Canadian culture?
Mexicans are the number one drinkers of Coca-Cola Classic in the world.
Okay, that's one thing. But what about media? Do they consume the shows? All that stuff.
There's a lot of news. There is CNN, but no, no, I didn't get a feeling of that. I got a lot of people in masks, but I didn't.
That's interesting, though.
I got people just going to work. They're very hardworking people.
What I'm saying is they're so close, and yet they're not easily influenced.
No, they're doing their thing. But this is where I was. I mean, to go to Mexico City might be different, but they're all doing their thing. They're all working they work morning till night over there.
Do you have to go back?
I can. I don't have to. There's still some dental work to be done. I got, some.
Yeah.
But I won't be back.
So they're gonna start screwing teeth into your skull.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, the doctor. Yeah, it's true. I'd like to see him. I'm on antibiotics right now
Because of the teeth.
Because of a bacterial infection
In your teeth.
We don't know where it is.
It's somewhere in your body.
Yeah. So he gave me this. One antibiotic. He believes it's in my gut. So one to wipe everything out, and then another one to rebuild, because it wipes out even the good bacteria. So I got another week of that.
But the teeth thing, what are they doing now? Those teeth, are they glued in or do they screw them in?
No, I still have my teeth. They're still.
So these are like caps.
These are this thing is holding on to what was left of my tooth.
And it's strong?
Yeah. So far.
Stop fucking with your teeth.
Yeah.
You see, I talked about it, and now you're grinding your fucking teeth. Stop grinding your fucking teeth.
Look at me biting I don't bite my nails anymore, because that's usually what pops them off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm usually at a red light. Tunk. Oh, shit.
Stop biting your fucking nails. It's an
Nerves.
What do you have nerves for?
I'm not nervous. I'm very calm. Guido got a media what?
Media infection. Yeah, you're probably sick of the media.
Yes, I did get.
You have that CNN disease.
I'm sick of the media.
Yeah.
Really don't.
Oh, they also said on CBC that the trucker convoy was the Russians. It was the Russians behind all this. They theorized.
Okay, do you remember this? Do you
like
remember?
A lunatic shit,
was it 2 years ago? Where some kind of surveillance drone was flying around the airport, and they didn't know who it was, and they said it could be American, it could be Russian.
I do not remember any of this.
Oh, wow.
Here?
Yeah.
Why would the Russians come all the way here?
In Ottawa, something like that. Well, where's Canada? Are they on the Ukraine side? They sent people to Ukraine, right?
Us?
Yeah.
Well, actually, there was a phone call that NATO had, and they told a few days ago. They told Trudeau not to. They kicked him off the call.
They got booted off.
Yeah,
of the
they said no, we're gonna
call.
do this without you, which was a slap in the face to, like, it's embarrassing. Like, they don't take our leaders serious.
That's probably what he's doing now.
He's like, please, guys, let me back in. No, so he's part of NATO. We're part of NATO. He should have been in there, but they're like, fuck this guy.
What about the Australian guy?
I don't know about the Australian guy, but I know that
because that's usually like the same.
The states are sending some peacekeeping troops representing NATO.
Peacekeeping troops.
Representing NATO, not representing the U.S. That's the rule, and that's why Russia's pissed too, because of NATO's involvement over there. So it's I don't. It doesn't look good. They're flaming. They're fanning the flames of war.
Yeah, Russia could destroy Ukraine like that.
Yeah, the whole point is we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not their beef isn't even with Ukraine. That's what's crazy. It's with NATO.
Wow. So they're doing that to Ukraine in order to piss off NATO.
Because what's happening with NATO, and it's obviously the U.S. that's behind these, is they keep wanting to put these missiles to better prepare in case there's fighter jets from Russia that come. Basically anti-Russian weaponry. And the Russians are like, look, bro, you have all around our borders, every fucking country, it's either NATO or US alone or has shit pointed to us. No, fuck off. Not here.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the Ukrainians already have a bad history with, they don't like each other.
Interesting devil's advocate there.
Oh, no, I'm not, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's what's happening.
I'm just telling you what's happening. Yeah. So whether you say, oh, well, the Russians, we have to do that because we don't trust them anyway, that's fine too. I'm just saying the reason why they're pissed isn't because Ukraine exists. It's because they feel like they're being provoked by NATO. And they keep mentioning how NATO means the U.S. The YouTuber Bald and Bankrupt can help solve the crisis between Russia and Ukraine. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fun fact, for a while, Australia's Minister of Economy was a Belgian expat. Look, Gary, stop giving us your fucking stupid Belgian trivia. Jesus Christ. Did you know waffles were invented in my apartment complex?
I like that In Bruges movie. You remember that with Colin Farrell and the guy from Braveheart?
I didn't like that movie.
I love that movie. Wasn't that guy supposed to play Donald Trump in a movie?
I don't know. Who would make a good Trump in a movie?
That guy.
You think?
The guy with Colin Farrell, that guy from Braveheart, he's playing him.
He's playing him where?
I saw they sent out a first look of the way the movie was going.
And it looked like him?
It fucking looked just like him. That guy, you know what I'm talking about. William Wallace's friend.
You know what's hard about people like Trump? Anytime you try to play him, it always feels like a parody because they're too, on their own, they feel like over-the-top goofy.
The best Trump impression, not Alec Baldwin, it was actually Daryl Hammond, the guy before Alec Baldwin. He did it perfectly. When Trump hosted, he was next to him as
Trump.
Yeah, he did it best.
It's hard. Some of these guys, like say Elton John, like anybody who's over the top too much, it's hard because the closer you get to being him, the closer you get to being a parody of him. Because they're so over the top already. And there's always, when you're acting like someone, there's always a bit of parody in there. You can't help it.
It takes a while to get one comic will figure out the imitation, and then other people copy that comic's imitation of it.
Yeah, there's always a copy.
Yeah. Like the William Shatner impression everyone does is basically Kevin Pollak's William Shatner impression. The Christopher Walken everyone does is the Jay Moore Christopher Walken.
Tim Dillon did a good Jordan Peterson impression. I saw it on Twitter this morning. He was making fun of Jordan Peterson on the Rogan episode this week. And the way he talks. And I always wonder, because it's a Canadian thing. There's Canadians that sound like that, like Jordan Peterson. Not British, almost a little Canadian and Irish together. There's a weird accent. I thought it was just me that I hear.
No, I hear it with Ted Bird a little bit.
But Tim Dillon noticed it because in his impression, he does it.
Oh, good. A little nuance.
Yeah, a little nuance on that.
I can't, has anyone done the Biden thing yet? Imitate him?
What, just falling asleep in front of the
camera?
camera?
Yeah, no, that's it. I wonder who does it on Saturday Night Live.
I don't know. He doesn't do anything. He's just sleeping.
If after a couple of years, something will come out.
With him?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like
no,
scandals?
No. That he's been on TV so long, you get to measure the pattern of the way he
People do it,
speaks.
but it's just there's nothing exciting. It's not
nothing exciting.
It's not like Trump where you could say ludicrous shit.
Well, even Obama was talking.
Obama had a way of talking that you could make fun of. Yeah.
So yeah,
a lot of people did good Obama impressions.
Yeah, that's great. The best one was the guy who did George W. Bush. He did it at the roast of Jeff Foxworthy.
The Saturday Night Live people. Saturday Night Live.
No, not Saturday Night Live. Not Will Ferrell. There was a guy.
Will Ferrell.
There was a guy.
Oh, George Bush Jr. You're saying?
Yeah, W. Bush.
Because Senior, it was.
It was Dana Carvey.
It was Dana Carvey. Yeah.
It was an exaggerated, over the top one. That was. But the Bush guy was exactly him. He was insane. You should watch it on. Type in roast of Jeff Foxworthy. Watch Colin Quinn almost fall off his chair.
Jeff Foxworthy was the blue collar comedy guy, right?
Yeah, he made him a lot of money.
Yeah, I heard a
lot of money. This guy did a blue collar comedy tour across America. Yeah.
And it was him, Larry the Cable Guy.
You might be a redneck if. The other guy with the white hair, Ron White.
Ron White was part of that.
Loved him. And then the other guy, the other idiot there.
Yeah, they cashed in. Good for them.
Big money. Jeff Foxworthy, yeah. You might be a redneck if there's a bathtub in the front yard. That kind of shit.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Yeah, I'm over that.
Yeah, but it worked.
So, the Russians were invaded during the Napoleonic Wars, World War I and World War II. The Russians are collectively feeling some sense of war trauma from all three wars within their culture and identity. You know who's going to go through a lot of trauma? People that lived through these past 3 years, depending on what job they did. I guarantee you, I said this before on the show, I'm going to say it again. You're going to have in Canada, at least in Montreal, I'm guaranteeing this, there's going to be nurses, doctors too probably, but nurses, they're going to have PTSD.
For sure. Dude, man, I had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
And I'm like outside the system.
Yeah.
These people
PT, and I'm not saying because it's they're scared of it. No, I'm saying all in general. They go to work. They're like, okay, we have this patient in intensive care. There's only 3 of us here today. There should be 15 of us. No one's here. This guy's dying. Do I need a ventilator? Do I not live? Is he vaccinated? Is he not vaccinated? All that shit's playing with their head. They're getting,
nurses,
pressure from the bosses.
Have really become, nurses and orderlies have trained to really become desensitized to humanity.
Yeah, but dude, it takes its toll. You're still human. If you on repetition and if you're overworked, we're gonna have those commercials. Were you a nurse during the coronavirus of 2020?
You may be entitled.
You may be entitled to some compensation
you're right.
due to a class action lawsuit against the government. Yeah, there's gonna be shit like that.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Were you near the towers on 9/11?
Mark my words. This is another reason why I think they're stretching this out when it doesn't need to be stretched out. Because when the emergency powers are lifted and you can start suing again, because right now you can't.
Not allowed suing.
No, the government. Because they keep saying, oh, it's emergency. And then there's big-time lawyers that are going to get involved. Doctors, nurses are going to be class action lawsuits. Because there's a lot of incompetence that you could prove. Let's say Quebec. 2 years to put some money in healthcare and they didn't do it. You know what I mean? Until this happened. So there's a lot of holes in the government's defense. A lot of Swiss fucking cheese.
Are they just embellishing? Is that the right word? They're embellishing. They're stretching it out. They're seeing how much money they can make off.
I don't know
if
they
don't know what the hell.
But
they're
here's
doing.
the thing: making money. They're tanking the economy. People are committing suicide. Businesses are crumbling. It's the only thing that's good for them is that they could pass whatever the fuck they want now under. They're in charge.
Okay, now do you think? Let's go back to the Dr. Evil plan.
Because they're not help. What I'm saying is they're not helping the sick.
Are they listening to Dr. Evils above them? Is that what's making the provincial government being stupid? Are there?
I don't think it's as nefarious as that. That's the other thing. I think it's incompetence. I think some of it is. I think I'm doing the right thing.
Okay,
you get it.
They truly believe they're doing the right thing.
They truly believe they're doing the right thing. Some might not. Some might be like, "Well, I'm doing what I'm doing," but I think they do believe this is probably the right thing to do. And they don't look around other countries. They don't look for examples. They only look for negative examples. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
They don't look at, okay, why...
Look, they opened up. They had theaters.
Sweden, what's happening in Denmark? What's happening in Netherlands? No. What did Israel tell us? What did that study say? No. They just look at, I don't know, India. They look at a village when the villages didn't have anything. Look at how bad it got there. It's like, what does that have to do with here?
What about Japan? Aren't they great?
Japan's great, yeah. But Japan has a different infrastructure than we do. Also a different culture.
Why am I waving around?
And the culture matters too, because they had the mask thing before.
Yeah, they had masks like before masks.
Yeah,
them and Michael Jackson.
Yeah, if I'm sick, they go and I walk outside, I'll have a mask. So you don't have to really mandate anything. They're like, yeah, I'm going to wear it anyway. And then the vaccines, it hit or miss, whatever happened. And now they're focused more on, because they start to tank after the summer when they start taking out a lot of the mandates and they just start treating it like what Denmark is saying. We're out of the danger. It's no longer a critical threat. So we're going to start treating it like a flu. You know, if somebody gets it, we have to take care of them. And
are they with Omicron too or another variant?
I think everyone's got Omicron right now. That shit that was the best gift we ever got. It's true. That was the best gift. That's what they're saying. They're saying it's the best gift we got because for all the people that were immunocompromised that got that variant instead, their immune system got used to it, so they're better prepared.
So they're lucky.
They're lucky because they didn't get something that was more dangerous. They didn't get like the first strain that was often people with like a lot of comorbidities and shit. So it might have been the best thing.
Basically a flu.
Yeah, that's what it's turning into. Now, there's always the possibility. There's another variant. Maybe something else that escapes from a lab. Who the fuck knows? And then it'll be even stronger. It'll fuck the shit out of us. We don't know. That's also a possibility. But right now, if it's taking its course naturally, the way things normally go, this is how the flu was in the beginning. The flu is very dangerous. The flu, I think, was taking out in Canada before 2020, like when we had the flu and not this stuff, between 11 and 13,000 people a year, which is the same numbers that we have now for COVID, by the way, of deaths. But the point is, it was something else. So it's taking out a lot of people that I didn't even know about.
And the world didn't stop.
Hold on a second. No, what I'm trying to get at is even before that, the flu used to be stronger. It got weaker. So they're saying is if this actually got weaker, this is good for us because we can start opening back up again and we can live with it.
Well, how long till we do what Denmark does? Yeah.
That's what they're waiting for.
Are we having a summer?
We're going to have a summer because the economy can't handle not having a summer.
Yeah, we're going to have to have
So we're going to have a summer. It's just, are we going to go back into this next winter? And it comes down again to how strong these strains are. Like, how much are you willing to push ideology versus science? Because right now, the push for, no, the mandates.
Well, the ideology is winning.
Because that's what I'm saying. The ideology doesn't make sense. You don't have to fight with anyone. You don't have to fight with truckers. You don't have to fight with school teachers, doctors. You don't have to fight with anyone. Because right now, as it stands, first of all, we don't have a vaccine that's for this variant. So there's no reason to fight with people over this. You know what I mean? You could take the foot off the gas on the mandates, and pour more money into healthcare, which, virus or no virus, we need. Especially here, our infrastructure is crumbling. But it's the ego that's bothering me. It's the ego that they're like, no, because I said it, we have to do it. It's like, yeah, but it's not what the science fucking says. You keep repeating science, but you're doing unscientific things. That's why people are getting pissed off. There's no reason for you to fight. You know, you're dying on this hill, and you don't need to.
I had to get randomly COVID tested when I landed in Montreal.
Oh, it wasn't random. Oh, was it random? Did they do it to random people?
Yeah, because you know when you go talk to the border officer, he put a sticker on my passport before he even said hello.
Okay.
So that led me to believe I'm random.
Yeah, you look random.
And then I had to go around, and it's called Dynacare. There's some kids, some like high school kids. What's your name? With a laptop, all set up where the luggage carousels are. It was a whole bunch of kiosks.
Zen 10 just announced, by the way, that Canada has just beaten the USA 2-0 in soccer to qualify for the World Cup. They are first in the group, ahead of the USA and Mexico.
Canada is going to be part of the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm still going for Iran.
The last time they were there was 1982, not 82 maybe.
In the 80s, probably.
With Paolo Rossi, I think. That was the last time they were there. Canada beat USA. USA was a pretty good team.
Very good team. So is Mexico. But Canada's getting up there, dude. We're a land of immigrants.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Exactly. I bet you there's not a lot of O'Briens there. There
are some, but it's just that I don't think the immigrants are going to take over the team. What I'm saying is because immigrants, we brought soccer.
Yeah, you're right.
Like soccer culture for Greeks is huge. So then, our kids are playing soccer. They're playing with it becomes bigger in the neighborhood. Then other kids start playing. It becomes nobody used to give a shit about soccer.
It was the number one, soccer mom. Like you take the kids to soccer.
I said this on a podcast a few years ago. The U.S., Canada, Turkey because its population, the way they're going to be the next superpowers in soccer. The way things were going. England's going to fucking be where it should be. Yeah.
It makes sense. It's evolution. How's baseball doing? No one cares about baseball anymore.
I'm not a baseball guy.
I love that pastime. Baseball seems to ever since they got rid of the steroids, people don't care.
You need steroids. Just so we don't forget, we're saying money's money. They're saying Pantelis is a conflict of interest between the government and big pharma. Thomas says, yeah, that's the thing is big fucking pharma getting because you're trying to sell something, you get it, so you're like, no, you have to push this on people because you have to buy this. Now it's a conflict of interest. Do we need it?
I clearly remember Amazon buying that pharmaceutical company a couple of years ago.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bought a pharmaceutical company. I mean,
I totally remember this.
It makes sense. But that's the thing. That's why conspiracies start. That's why people get angry. Right now, we shouldn't even be fighting. That's what's crazy is we shouldn't be fighting, especially with the percentage of the vaccination rate in Quebec, let's say. It's fucking absurd that they close shit down. The Vax Pass became useless.
You can't go to Renault Depot, Home Depot. You can't,
it's not good. That's what I'm saying. Those are bullying tactics. How's that? What does that do?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I know not vax people, and they can't go to Home Depot.
I know. I know, dude. In this studio, the people that got what's it called? People that got
jabbed,
vaccinated, and not vaccinated. Like Poseidon's vaccinated, my other boy wasn't. They both got COVID. They went through it the same thing.
Wow. So the excuse is, it's the strain. It's a different strain. That's why you got it.
No, it's just it doesn't stop you from getting it. What I'm saying is this strain is manageable, so we should take advantage of it.
Let's all get it.
Pantelis is already wanting to do the philanthropy. Ask Mike how that goes here. Yeah, Jean Simon, I heard the more I want to try to help, the more people are going to try to fuck me over. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
We got to get drinking water at the reservations.
We'll see. C'est souvent les députés qui touchent des potes de vin pour pousser un vote vers whatever. Yeah. Enfin, let's see. Oh, they're speaking French now in the chat.
C'est
This
bien,
is
c'est
bilingual.
Bien. Yeah. I got carded.
At the SAQ, Caroline says.
Yeah,
it's just weird. It's weird.
Wow. How's Nello going to buy his booze?
Good. Yeah, the pass thing fucks with me. I really hate that shit.
Remember, we were at Milano's and I still didn't download mine.
Yeah, I remember.
I got it.
Yeah, the kid was just like, because nobody wants to enforce, like, nobody
Even
with
the ones that
common
work
sense
there.
wants to enforce it. So just like, what do you want to do? Like, I gotta fucking scan. Like, no one with common sense wants to enforce it.
Yeah, the guy, it's literally a security officer sitting at a, WWE table, a folding table at Home Depot. It's a security guy.
They paid a security guy.
Yeah.
Did he seem happy about it?
No. He didn't want to do that, but he had to do it.
They're like, you want to work? Do it. But a lot of people, like Rockland last week, Poseidon went to check it out, and it was dead. He was trying to go to different stores, and they were asking for it.
And
that's
people
why
are just
I'm
like,
saying
fuck
it's
it. Dr. Evil at Amazon. It's literally this. This is it.
But what doesn't make sense is people aren't realizing it's not a question of, because 10% of adults aren't vaccinated. This isn't like, everyone that was going to these malls or stores was not vaccinated. No, it's on principle. People are like, I don't want to show this to you. I'm done with this.
That's why every industry is going to be affected. Yeah. Even when stuff goes back to normal, it will never go back to normal. Yeah. That's my feeling. People have gotten used to isolating, and they will stay isolated. Oh, I don't like to go out. I like to stay in my metaverse. I'm telling you, man.
Mademoiselle Mew says, security at my job stopped after the first week. They're so done. It's also very... I saw an article yesterday and I was like, ooh, that's fucked up. They're saying the people that are pushing this stuff and they're like, fuck these, like, yeah, let's go with the mandates. Fuck anybody who's against mandates, whatever. He goes, notice who's saying it, they go. And it's mostly very, very like well off, not financially, but in society, like white people. He goes, who have racist tendencies and don't realize it. Because he goes, in Canada and the US, the people that are mostly affected by these mandates are visible minorities, First Nations people. He goes,
okay.
So they keep pushing white supremacists, but the people that are most affected by it but they don't care. You get it?
Yeah, because it doesn't affect their day-to-day lives.
So they make it, and they make this fake enemy. They're like, look at this white. It's like, no, the people that are most affected by it are refugees, immigrants, visible minorities. That's who's most of it in the U.S. and Canada. So because they're the people that are least likely to want to go get vaccinated. They're scared of it, and they have a good reason. History is why they're scared.
Yeah, like during the summer, I had the patio open at the restaurant, and I had to take down. Remember, we only had patio customers. Yeah. I had to take everyone's name, number, and email
just in case.
But
use that as a newsletter.
Yeah, yeah, you're buying leads. But basically, where's that? Why do I have a stack of papers with everyone's email address now?
Well, they announced, for those of you who didn't hear this, it kind of slipped through the cracks during the holidays. Because obviously that's how news works in Canada. During the holidays, the government of Canada accessed, and they weren't supposed to, 33 million or 38 million, I think, in the country, 33 million phones to see the comings and goings of people using the apps or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, because last year when I had to quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, 33 million people, that's absurd. That's an absurd, like,
so
it's
now
they
have tracking devices.
You have a tracking device.
Why?
It's your phone.
That's what I mean. So, but the government had got permission from
who? I never gave them permission.
From the phone companies to track people.
The government didn't get permission. They went in. They basically forcibly said, no, we got to do this, because these companies have a lot of privacy rules. There's very few people that are allowed to look at that shit in free countries. So yeah, there's a lot of fucking crazy shit happening. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking crazy shit happening.
So they tracked. Okay, well that's it. So once again,
but this is the kind of stuff that I hate, because then they go, "Why are people mad? Why is that trucker mad? Look at that fucking idiot." It's like, dude, you're giving them reason to get upset, to not trust you. You're gaslighting all these people, and then you're like, "What's the big deal?"
Yeah, the world changed. I really think it's Amazon and Facebook. That's my belief.
I still think that it's just incompetence. There's a lot of
Buy Facebook stock, everyone.
You still believe in Meta? You still think that's the future?
I would put every money I didn't blow last year into that.
I don't think so.
Really, huh?
I don't think so. I think
it's going to get to the point where, like off air, I told you, you know how your aunt uses Facebook? Because the virtual world has never gone mainstream. So it'll be so that even your aunt that has a Facebook, she'll get into it. That's what I believe.
You're saying that, but no, I feel like the digital world has gone mainstream the last 20 years. Video games are mainstream. There's video game competitions.
Yeah, like Twitch and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the next level.
It's the next level, but I don't think Facebook's going to run it.
They're trying to.
I think they're desperately trying to, but I don't think it's something Facebook or anything could run. It's so vast.
They went out of their way to change the name of their company.
Because let's say you like VR. Let's say you like that. But maybe the shit you like is on PlayStation. It's not on Facebook.
Well, they want to be the juggernauts.
They can't, right? They're going to have their own proprietary stuff. Well, Sony's going to have theirs. Microsoft's going to have theirs. Also, who the fuck wants to go on Facebook and have an avatar? And that's your life.
The same people that don't want to go to a cinema and people that don't want to go to a theater.
But don't go. See, here's the other thing. That's what I understand. If you don't want to go, don't go. Why should everyone else have to stop going?
We'll see. We'll see what's happening with that Meta. You'll see. It's on its way.
People said the same thing about Second Life. You can go now and find them under a bridge somewhere. Oh, they said that Second Life, I guess it was a game. That was going to be the next, because it was supposed to be like a virtual world. I
never heard of it, so they didn't have.
They didn't have the same technology we have now.
The reach, but this Facebook has the reach.
Facebook does have reach. I'll give you that. It does have reach, but I'm not the most tech savvy guy.
You're more than me. Okay. I'm going by a gut feeling here. The whole world stopped. The whole world isolated. The whole world has gone into the Zoom. So we're on our way. So that's why I'm telling you.
Okay, if you guys are on the Facebook chat, the YouTube chat, I'm putting a question just to see, because I have no idea what people are feeling. Is the metaverse the future?
There we go. I think it is. Buy stock.
And by that we mean, like, is this really the next big thing? Everything's gonna.
This is why the pandemic happened.
Because I don't know. I'm not interested.
I neither am I. But I'm telling you. I think that's my guess.
Your guess is
when I watch
the poll
stuff,
should be up right now.
Oh yeah, everyone. I see it. When I watch some of these things of where they're going on YouTube, and I think so. I think that's where we're going.
Let's see what people say.
I'm gonna create my Guido avatar. They always try.
Your Guavatar.
They have like remember the most fun I had was playing that Nintendo Wii. And you made a me.
Oh, yeah. But that's the same thing. That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah, every company's trying to do their version. Like you get it on your phone there, all that shit. It's that.
I don't need pixels. Claudio is saying. Claude is saying. I saw Claudio Capri in here, I think, a second ago. And I lost him. Gary, it's the future for Google Glasses was the future. I remember Google Glass. I was working in VR AR at the time, and I remember we had made like a little video for them, and I was wearing them, and it was like a joke commercial that I was making for Google. And I said, "This is a cool idea, but this isn't ready.
It's not going to take off." I think this is
because it wasn't ready.
I think this is the closest.
But the metaverse, because the reason why I thought it wasn't ready is because AR has a lot of potential. The potential we used to talk about was. Okay, from a medical standpoint, let's say you have an AR scanner either on your phone, which we do now through the camera lens, or on your glasses. Why that's helpful? Because it has all your information, it knows what you're allergic to, what you can eat, all that stuff. So now you're at the grocery store. You pick up an item, it scans it. It lets you know already, you can have this, Guido. No, this will kill you. You're allergic to this. So the applications for augmented reality are fucking insane. And think about not even glasses, think about your phone. You pull up your phone, you do the same thing. That's amazing. So I could see that
Mexican menus. that's how you go to get the menu. There's a QR code.
No, here too we scan codes.
yeah.
So they do that downtown. But I'm saying more than that is if it's scanning all your items and it has your profile in there, your health profile, and it knows what's good for you, what's not.
Right.
That's amazing. And that is the future. That's going to be happening more and more.
Your fridge will do it.
So so I get why the AR glasses, once they're finalized, it would work well, and AR has these properties. Also for marketing. You're wearing your fucking Ray-Bans, you signed up for something, so now you look at a certain advertising, like a billboard, and bam, something pops up just for you because you have the glasses, and it's like, November 10th, and it's moving.
Cool.
Just for you for the AR. There's a lot.
Kind of like They Live. Like you only see it.
Exactly, just like They Live. So if you're in there and you scan that, and if you're in early, you could get tickets. I could see all these applications. There's so many good ideas around that. The metaverse, why? Because it feels just like a Zoom call mixed with a video game, mixed with this, mixed with that. But this is so subjective. It doesn't feel like a one size fits all. You get it? Like if I want to be entertained, I could go do this. I don't have to be in the metaverse. Like right now, even I tried to get into NFTs. I don't care. It still doesn't. I'd rather buy gold, physical gold, than buy a fucking pixelated monkey.
I get it. I just think if anybody ever comes close, it'll be them.
Elon just came out with the Tesla boot and said, "Don't worry, you could run away from it." I don't know what Hood is trying to say. Oh, from it. What? A Tesla boot. Maybe a Tesla bot, he means. It's like a robot, maybe.
A Tesla boot would be the trunk of a Tesla in Britain.
That's funny.
That's the boot of the car.
If you die in the metaverse, you die in real life, AP says.
No, it's kind of like the Matrix, right? Wasn't he like that fighting? And he was. It's people are going to be like that. They're the whole. Yeah, this word's here to stay. Metaverse is here to stay.
Yeah, it says. T5UO says something that I'm thinking too. It's a crappy VR chat. They're just hoping to get more people stuck in there so that their ecosystem is filled with these people so they can start selling their fucking digital items. That's all it is.
Okay, it's Facebook at the next level.
Yeah, Tesla robot, Hood says. They made a Tesla robot. Look, whether we like it or not, dudes, robots are going to become a thing. Robots are being made. Robots are the future.
Remember Short Circuit? Remember that movie?
You know that most of these jobs that we were talking about now aren't going to exist because robots are going to do them. Scanning your QR code when you walk in.
Dude, they have robot waiters.
Yeah.
In restaurants, it's a robot waiter.
Because they're going to start saying, oh, look, well, we can't live without these codes. Oh, we can't live without this. We can't live without that. Robots do it better, more efficient. A lot of people don't realize that they're working their way towards giving the job up to a fucking piece of metal.
Sure.
That's fucking creepy.
It's without being repetitive, the world has changed, everyone. But the pizza's still great, I promise.
All those robot servers. Yeah, speaking of the robots.
Yeah.
How do you control the robots? Are they independent? Is there someone there controlling in the back end?
Isn't that what Stephen Hawking said, that AI is going to get so powerful it's actually going to be free thinking and it's going to kill us?
Well, the fear is, and everyone who works in robotics or artificial intelligence says the same thing. Yes, it's fun. If we get to the point where their consciousness, like they're self-aware, we're all fucked.
It's over. That Terminator.
Yeah, we're all fucked.
Well, that came out from...
They're quicker than us. They're smarter.
That's the nightmare James Cameron had before he came up with the idea of Terminator. He had a nightmare.
Really?
He had he was sick and he had a fever and he had a nightmare and he woke up and he thought of that scene where, everything blows up and she's burning at the fence.
That's what he had in his nightmare?
That's what he had in his nightmare.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're saying it's about $20,000 per robot right now, which is cheaper than a yearly salary for an employee. So if you're a conglomerate, if you're like a big chain, it's cheaper for you to pay $20,000 per robot than $40,000-$50,000 per employee, $30,000 per employee.
$20,000 for a robot,
and the robot works 24/7.
And how much
doesn't talk back?
How much is a real doll going for these days?
I don't know. Are they still around?
Yeah, I think they still are. Probably getting better. The real doll. So now I got to get $10,000 to fuck the doll. $20,000 to get the robot.
Let me tell you what the future is. The future is you're gonna invest in a real doll, and then because that bitch has to pay her way, through life, she's gonna be one of the robots working at the supermarket. She's gonna have to, yeah. That'd be fucking hilarious.
And someone's gonna marry her.
$20,000 for a robot isn't that much when you think about it.
In a business.
Because you're making that money back.
What a salary is in a year. You pay more.
construction workers will not be replaced entirely, but most of them will.
Yeah. So now
Why do you need a guy with like a jackhammer?
So now the robot construction workers are just going to stand around one guy with a shovel.
How funny would that be? Like these fucking robots.
Look,
There's
they're
just
just
orange
standing
cones
around.
up all day.
They're just standing around.
Yeah.
I love that. Every time you see a construction crew and someone's eating sitting on the cooler eating a sandwich, like someone always is bound to say, "Look, they do nothing."
You know what question I have about the truckers?
Just having lunch.
The truckers, they like there's 50,000 trucks, they said. Mm-hmm. Doesn't anything on like is everyone's truck empty? Didn't someone have something to deliver?
I thought that.
Aren't they gonna be spoiled food or something?
No, they must be empty. They must be empty.
50,000 trucks are empty.
Or some people must be assholes and be like, fuck this cabbage.
I hope not.
It must be. They must be empty. I don't know. It'd be nice to see look. Are they all communicating by CB radio? How are they all communicating? Are they on Facebook?
Bro, you're asking the same fucking questions I've been asking. I have no answers.
They have to be communicating by CB radio. That's how truckers communicate with each other. So that's where all this information is. Has any journalist decided to get a CB radio?
Or just go ask them, I guess. I mean, they're there. It's not like they're
Are
hiding.
your trucks empty?
But these are the questions I ask. And journalists are never going to ask that.
No.
Journalists are going to ask, did you see the guy with the swastika?
You're right.
Which, by the way,
I just want to know if they're going back to work tomorrow. They're not.
No, I think we're
That's
fucked.
50,000.
At least.
That's everybody. That's like got to be the whole country. Every fucking highway we have.
It's a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. And that's just the physical cars we're talking about, not actual people. Actual people is more.
Surprising. Great way to smuggle.
Right now?
Yeah, you got to bring heroin from one side of the country to the other without getting stopped by the cops. Join a convoy.
You know what I was thinking? This is the perfect time if there was like hardcore criminals to perform like big heists in Ottawa. You do it at the complete opposite spot of where this is all happening. Like let's say there's a vault heist or like a movie.
Yeah, like Die Hard 3.
Yeah. Because everyone's so occupied.
Everyone's paying attention to the school bombs that they're not realizing that they're emptying out Fort Knox.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Shit like that.
Oh, that is interesting.
Imagine that was the whole scam.
Maybe it is. Yeah,
that'd be fucking hilarious.
Everybody in Ottawa is there, meanwhile the.
So Theodore says Meta is not the future, but it's definitely part of it.
See?
Yeah. And also automatic.
And his name's Theodore. Sounds smart.
Theodore. And also, let's see, they have an app that you can listen and talk to them. Oh, that's what I thought, yeah. But also, Tesla's making those trucks for the future. That's true. Everything's going to be automatic. So you won't even need people anymore. The trucks are going to be driving themselves from city to city. We're getting closer to Demolition Man.
Yeah, Total Recall, I was thinking.
Yeah. The reason why I'm saying Demolition Man is because it's all automated and everyone's easily offended.
Yes. And that's how he made toilet paper.
Yeah.
He swore at the thing to get to. Yeah, that movie, I can't believe how it's coming to, even the VR, even the sex with the VR.
Yeah, Poseidon keeps bringing it up.
But the, also in Total Recall though, the automated taxi.
I think that's right around the corner, guys.
Yeah, automated taxi.
Automated taxis, bus, public transit, I think is right around the corner.
It looked like Howdy Doody. It was a guy like, hey, but still it was automated.
Yeah, I think that's right around the corner. That's going to be weird, huh? And do you think it'll cost less?
I guarantee you it won't. I remember when Uber was a quarter of the price of taxis, and I've been taking them both lately, and they're almost the same.
Yeah, they're almost the same. And Uber has surges. When you really need them, they're going to charge you more.
Yeah.
That's good.
I love when the Uber guy, it's freezing and he doesn't have his heater on. I love when that happens.
That happen a lot?
More often than you think. Or I love when I'm waiting for the Uber. This is the address. I'm right here. I take Ubers because there's no parking on my street. Rather than paying $79 tickets, I take the Uber. And the guy is like down the street. Why did you go there? It said stop here. Why did you do that?
People are idiots. Gary Atlas, fun fact that's not related to Belgium, tells us in 1982, a woman tried to sell the concept of email to a man named Steve Jobs. He then proceeded to laugh in her face and say, nobody will ever use that, you dumb broad.
I can't believe that story. I don't think it's a real. It's probably a myth.
You think Gary's making shit up?
I think it's a myth. Remember, early days of the internet, you would get these emails saying 3 black men were in an elevator with a girl who was scared of them. Those men were Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and
No.
yeah, you never.
I was scared of her.
Yeah, or no, I'm saying they're fakes. They're fake stories.
Maybe this is one of these myths.
Yeah.
I was speaking to our friend Patrick Hakeem earlier today.
Yes.
I had some Toronto comedian related questions to ask him. Because I'm thinking of interviewing some Toronto comics. But, all the stuff I hear is that they're all assholes. And then he told me, he goes, it's a Montreal myth. He goes, the assholes are like the basement comedian types, like the guys who aren't good comics.
Yeah, generally all the good ones. I mean, his buddies are. I trust his character.
Yeah.
His judgment. I've met some decent folks.
Yeah, he was telling me. So it's like a Montreal myth, I guess. Like the comics that will go there, that they're all shitty people. He goes, they're not. He goes, for the most part, they're nice. So I was talking to him earlier. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. The myth, because that's he said that's a Montreal myth. We just have that perception.
Yeah, it really is our Shelbyville.
Yeah,
people have. I mean, I used to.
I'm just talking about the comedy community.
Yeah, I used to think a lot of things about Toronto until I started going there. But they do seem very, very, very influenced by media. I will say that.
How do you like as opposed to us?
They're glued to the news and to the news feeds. And
like we're creating our own thing. They're seeing that and copying. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I don't think they're I think they're just really influenced. They're very they're really influenced. Very woke. That's all.
IBM notoriously told Bill Gates that there was no money in software. That's true. That I know. I saw the documentary. He was trying to, you know that, right? They were supposed to.
He was at the beginning of this.
They laughed him out of the room. They go, get out of here, bro. You fucking nerd. Go vaccinate a peasant.
Wasn't he? He was. I remember at the beginning of this, I was seeing him and Fauci. What was he doing?
Who? Gates?
Microsoft. Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. But I know they laughed him out of the room. They weren't interested. Steve Jobs confirmed, Gary Atlas says about that. Gary Atlas, Steve Jobs isn't here to answer. I'm going to pretend it's real.
Steve Jobs invented Pixar.
He didn't invent it. I thought he bought it.
No, he left the computer business for a while to go invent fucking Woody and fucking Tim Allen there.
Did he invent Toy Story?
No, but I mean, he was the top guy there for many years, and then he went back to computers in the early 2000s. But he was the head of Pixar for a while.
That I know, but I thought he bought into it. Like he was interested.
He literally
he started from the ground up.
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah.
God damn, this guy.
Yeah, Pixar.
Disney's buying everything.
Yep. Follow the money.
Disney owns ESPN.
They own ABC.
They're going to probably buy professional wrestling soon.
There's been rumors that they're about to sell.
It makes sense because I guess it's like the biggest traveling show, like circus.
It's a circus, yeah.
In the States. So it makes a shit ton of sense because they used to do a lot of like Disney on Ice and all that shit. So they like.
Yeah, remember Ice Capades?
Yeah.
It's just another Ice Capades.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
So they're good in that industry already. Plus, there's TV rights involved. They could just stream everything on their platform. They have a streaming platform.
I bet you that the top level guys at WWE have been in negotiations with Disney for years.
And Gary says that no, he was hired by Pixar as a CEO.
That's what I meant. I meant that, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's why I think too. I think wrestling they're going to get into Disney, and probably a sports league. They might buy a sports league. Welcome to Disney basketball.
Yeah, they always try to get that second football league off the ground, and it never works, huh?
No, I don't think they're going to start a new one. I think they're going to.
McMahon tried it twice.
Yeah, I think they're going to get an established product because that's what they do. So they bought Fox. They bought Fox. Disney owns them. They bought Fox. They have all that shit now. Hulu, Lucas. So they buy established things. Marvel. They buy all these established properties. So they don't have to think too much about it. They know it already works. They just need to keep milking.
So they could just buy the Yankees or something. A franchise?
A team, whatever, you'll make it. But if you own the league, you broadcast every game it's exclusive to your streaming platform. So now there's like MLB Pass. There's the NFL Red Zone.
Yeah,
all that
you're right. Now it's just going to be Disney Plus.
It's billions of dollars.
On Disney Plus, you can, you're home for NHL.
Yeah.
Like they're buying the whole thing.
You pay an extra $5 a month, you get every NHL game.
It's becoming that.
Yeah, they're close. I mean, that's what they when they bought ESPN. What do you think that was about?
What do you think it'll be? The NBA?
I don't know who's willing to sell because the owners, I guess, have to get together and decide that. It's a lot of money.
It's going to be too much money that they can't refuse.
And the only people that could give them that kind of money
is Disney.
Is Disney. Maybe Microsoft, but probably Disney, yeah.
Who's running Disney? Is it still...
I think it's a giant mouse.
Michael Eisner? It was Michael Eisner.
Michael M. Mouse.
Yeah, it's Mickey. It's literally Mickey in like the Oval Office.
Disney, Walt Disney was apparently a huge like anti-Semite. It was like
I heard
a Nazi.
that, yeah.
You know about that?
I watched that. I love that secret Disney stuff. There's like a hidden restaurant that serves alcohol, but you have to be part of the club. It's like a 10-year waiting list. Disney.
At Disney World?
Yeah. It's a
10-year waiting list to go to a fucking theme park.
You have to be a private member. It costs like 10 grand or something, or 20 grand to join. And it's an exclusive hidden restaurant that only people know. I don't know. It's very weird. I love watching shit like that on Disney.
By the way, right now the votes that have been cast, 52 votes have been cast. The poll is the metaverse the future? Currently, it stands at 69% no.
All right, it's time to buy stock.
They're siding with me. It's not the future.
All right.
But you should. I mean, you could buy stock. It'll go up and down. Disney should buy the EuroLeague, like the EuroLeague basketball. Yeah, the EuroLeague basketball? It's always like Armani and all these Turkish Airlines. That's the thing about European soccer.
Oh yeah, Santander Bank.
You know what I hate? I hate teams now that they're able to buy their name, so it'll be like. Instead of it being AC Milan, for example, it'll be like Armani Milan.
Oh, that's what's happening?
Yeah, in basketball in Europe, yeah.
Stinks.
Even some soccer teams, like
that sucks.
Frozen Pogos Athens. You know, like it's fucking stupid.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
This is the end of it. Like I thought it stopped at arenas, Scotiabank theaters or whatever.
It's gonna start with podcasts too. It already started with podcasts. There's gonna be companies that come up and they're gonna be like, look, you have a podcast, X amount of followers. Look, for the whole year, it's gonna be the crypto.com Pantelis podcast. Here's 100 G's.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
They're gonna start doing that shit. Because now that everyone's moving towards this space, because I was in it early. Yeah, I'm starting to see it because I remember this was the fringe, and now I'm starting to see everybody wants a podcast.
Yeah,
everyone's starting a podcast. None of the people I just mentioned understand how to do a podcast, but all that stuff's coming to light now, so you're gonna see a lot more investor money. You're gonna see a lot more of these.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Because where are they gonna go? The eyes are here.
A lot of people are putting up podcasts, but they're not. The content could be funny, but the production value or the sound is not up to par.
We've discussed about the sound.
Their mics are not in sync.
It's not the in sync thing. It's the quality. The video is secondary. People focus a lot on video and special, and it doesn't matter. If people can't hear you properly, they will zone out. You need to have good audio, and then the rest comes. Guido, are you happy to reopen your restaurant tomorrow? Joker's asking.
No. I've been enjoying myself alone. I might because
he's been doing deliveries and pickups.
Yeah, I've been there alone. I don't have to rely on a staff. I don't have to rely on a waiter. I've just been hanging there alone, getting stuff done. So I'm looking forward to reopening the dining room. I'm not even sure if it's going to be reopened tomorrow.
You might close it for this week and just do deliveries and takeout.
Probably what's going to happen, because there's changes. Basically, the whole, when you ask the waiter for the check, that.
Yeah.
That's gone. I'm shifting towards like a Milano's, where you pay then sit down.
Really, I like that.
I might do that.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Because then I could just leave.
Yeah, like
one of my pet peeves.
Like Mandy's does that. There's a few places that do that. So I'm shifting the whole. It's almost like English pub, Table 15 is ready, and
one of my pet peeves
comes
I've
up,
noticed,
picks it up, and brings it to himself.
Is trying to leave from a restaurant, trying to pay, and then the waiter's ignoring you, and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think I'm going that route, the other route.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. Who doesn't mind? It's fine.
Do you know what's next? And some places in the States are already doing this. I've seen it. Everything's digital on the table.
I love that.
You just pay for it on the table.
I have a new POS system. I just have to get my brain to focus on it and program it. But it's basically the iPad at the table.
Yeah, that's what... I used to work in that for a little bit.
I mean, McDonald's has that fucking thing.
No, I remember at O'Hare. Chicago. That was the first time I saw it. Sit down there. I'm like, oh, how do?
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no waitress. Sit down. I take.
You're right. It's got iPads everywhere. It was
iPads everywhere. I pay.
You're right.
For what I want.
Yeah.
I choose whatever, and then someone brings it to you.
Yeah.
And it's already paid. You already paid on. You don't have to deal with anything. They drop it off. You don't have to ask questions.
These are the kind of things I'm working on. Just little things like that have to be done. So I don't mind being alone. People are energy vampires.
People are energy vampires.
When you come in it's 5:30 on a Friday. I have Ubers ringing like crazy, and Kramer from next door decides he's gonna talk about something.
And it's nonsense.
And it's just nonsense. I just zone him out. I was like,
hey,
are you afraid of silence? You need to hear your voice.
Hey Kramer, I'm busy right now. He's like, the thing is, I was looking at different paint buckets.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know the difference between these paint buckets.
It's just yapping.
One of them's on
had
sale.
A bunch
one
of beer.
Full price. Ugh.
I told him, come back at 7, please.
And did he listen?
Yeah. He understood because I was a.
Oh, this was today.
No. This was last week. But today, oh man, what did I do? I made a beautiful minestrone I make for everybody.
What's a minestrone?
I'm a vegetable soup, a nice hearty winter vegetable soup with some chicken in it. I boiled some chicken drumsticks. I made a lasagna. I made a bolognese sauce. Hey.
Oh shit! I got missed calls from Viva and from Abdul.
FIFA?
Viva Fry.
Oh, I think it said FIFA. Missed calls? Why? Oh, something's happening, you mean?
And Manscaped. Fuck, everyone's calling me at once. God damn it. Okay. I'll check it out
giving
later.
You updates?
No, I had actually called Abdul. I wanted to ask him about that sound exchange stuff.
Right.
So he's just being a dear and returning my call.
It's a long drive from the South Shore.
Who said that?
YOLO.
Let's see. Fun fact, my uncle, this is Gary Atlas saying this, worked for Disney, goddamn Nazi, as a storyboarder / background artist. Ooh, on The Fox and the Hound. Man, that was sad. You guys ever see The Fox and the Hound?
I love that. That was a classic.
So far.
Wow, I love this.
That's going to be badass, huh?
Yeah, that's fucking great.
Brought it up. I wanted to get your reaction on camera.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like the name.
Yeah. That's why I pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, I like the name. But it's very much you. It's good.
Nick FIFA called Pantelis to coach a team. Let's see. Yeah, so Tim Burton was his intern.
Wow.
My uncle thought he was just bad and wouldn't go anywhere. Well, your uncle's a piece of garbage who doesn't believe in people with talent.
He's not good at making Planet of the Apes movies.
Tim Burton?
Yeah.
Who is? Those are hard movies to make.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Have you seen the titles? Planet of the Apes. Another Planet of the Apes. Spaceship of the Apes. Revenge of the Planet of the Apes.
I think apparently like his sucked, but the last ones that came out were good. I didn't see them, did you?
I wanted to like him with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like him.
Yeah, no.
Dude, there's monkeys. There's dystopian future. There's time travel. It's right up my alley.
But too
It's just stupid.
Yeah,
it just
noise.
wasn't good.
It was noise.
There's noise. A lot of noise.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman wasn't one of them, and they still weren't good.
One of the movies, movies are good for the time. When the fucking monkeys came out in the 60s, it changed the world. But in today's time, I don't care. CGI monkeys.
I also prefer the monkeys from the original because it was costumes.
Yeah.
Good practical effects for me.
Yeah,
make all the difference. Nothing beats.
Yeah, I like watching those guys who are special effects artists watch things and fix them. I like that.
Bro, but there's even the Ninja Turtles, the first movie, because I like physical.
Sometimes CGI, that lighting's never right. There's something off about it.
It always feels weird. You could tell that they're not there. That's why.
Yeah.
But you kind of fall into it. That's why Lucas was weird. You remember Star Wars guys, the original ones, they would use a lot of
puppets. It was Stan Winston.
And then he made so many edits, Lucas kept releasing a new version.
Where they made a Jabba the Hutt walk around.
But it was CGI.
Yeah, it was not.
You had a good thing going, and then you ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fakeness. No, I don't like that shit. Let's see. My uncle thought he was a bad animator and used to say that Tim Burton, used to say that when he draw a dog, like he was bad at drawing a dog. It looked like it had been hit by a car.
Yeah, but because he invented his own style. I love that stop motion shit he does, or his useless machines.
He loves machinery. Tim Burton also did Edward Scissorhand, right?
Yeah, the machine that made Edward Scissorhand.
He likes that kind of machinery.
All that shit.
Very. It's kind of like
cool.
Steampunk.
Okay.
Steampunk-esque.
Yeah.
Surreal.
They're surreal, like a Dali painting.
Yeah.
The useless machine. I love why they used to be one in Rockland or something. There was a big. Where was it?
Of what?
Those mazes with the ball that falls and starts something, and the little brass ball rolling. Ding, ding, ding.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know. There's a name for it.
I don't know. It's like a useless machine. I love that.
Yeah, he was good at that kind of shit.
Yeah.
He's still. Tim Burton married. What's her name?
Helena Bonham Carter.
That's her. Yeah.
She's a good actress. I like her.
And his style is very. He did the first two Batmans.
And he made
with
Pee-wee's Big Adventure with Phil Hartman. Pee-wee, the first Pee-wee movie was Tim Burton, man. It was great.
Phil Hartman, who was tragically murdered by his wife.
He wrote that. I've been watching Phil Hartman on Saturday Night Live lately. There's one where he plays Ronald Reagan, and it was so funny. It was like, because Ronald Reagan played the old man president that wasn't really too bright, and so he was talking to reporters like that. But then behind closed doors, he's like, "Let's get back to work. All right, everybody." And he's being like tough. It's very funny.
Gary wants you to know in a very aggressive manner that it's called a Rube Goldberg device.
Oh, Rube Goldberg device.
Goldberg was many things. It was not a Rube or a jobber.
Yeah, exactly. Is it Goldberg, Bill Goldberg?
Bill Goldberg. Famous brother of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that clip of Whoopi Goldberg farting?
Yeah, I love it.
On The View.
Yeah, she just let one go.
And then she was like apologizing and walked away, and people were freaking out.
You know what? I respect Whoopi because, see, who she became now and her persona on The View and all that is different.
She does say some dumb shit,
from
though.
the person she was. She is a comedian.
Yeah.
She was a very popular comedian, really good comedian.
Well, I don't know, because Joy Behar, they call her a comedian too, and judging by what I see on that show...
I've seen Joy Behar's act.
Is she good?
It's all right.
That's what I figured.
So she's a comedian, but that's the thing. So they're just babbling every day, so they get opinionated. But, when Whoopi shows up at the Just for Laughs, I'll be in line to go see her. She's a legend. Yeah, Where's Barbara Walters?
Dead.
She died?
No, I don't know. Where the fuck is... She's old, bro. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Barbara... Why does everyone give a fuck about Barbara Walters?
Because she was on The View.
Barbara Walters, I only remember her from her interviews.
They were good. But the Mike Tyson one...
Didn't she interview Yasser Arafat?
Yes, she did. And Sean Connery... That's where he said, if a woman needs a good schlop, I'll give her one.
Yeah, he says he's gonna slap. And what did she say?
It went around the world. She was like... She answered the way you think she would have.
Pantelis, did you see Bill Maher calling out the paranoid COVID Karens and Whoopi's reaction? I saw all of that, sir.
Well, what was that?
Bill Maher is just fed up. He's like, no, this makes sense. He said what we said, basically.
Yeah.
None of this shit makes any sense. And then they're mad at him because they have to follow the ideology. And he's like, nah, I could ask questions. This is bullshit.
He's like the king of that.
They got mad at him, and he's like, suck my dick. I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
I like the silence about Pantelis. Whoopi Goldberg is a legend. No, she's not.
I think she's a comedy legend.
There are a lot of words that people like to hand out, and one of those is legend.
Well, she started comic relief.
Mike is a comedy legend.
Yes, but
Whoopi,
I mean, look,
so
in the 80s, they did comic relief.
Dave Chappelle is a legend.
Whoopi, Robin
Chris
Williams.
Rock, also legendary.
Whoopi, Robin Williams, and Billy Crystal did for the homeless, Live Aid, comic relief.
Yeah.
They did that.
Speaking of which, don't forget to get in my DMs if anybody does know who to speak to about what I was talking about in the beginning of this show, right? Yeah, we talked about it today. Yeah, to raise money for the water.
I can't believe that the natives, that means the first ones, the first people, don't have water.
I can't believe you didn't know about this shit.
I'm not surprised I didn't know about it. I'm lost. But that's unfair. Let's get to the bottom of it. Why not? Look, on one of the few episodes, I actually finished an entire bottle of water.
I'm very proud of you, sir. You need to drink water.
I never drank water.
I'm going to let you go early so you could get to the...
yeah, you know what I have to do? I have to go pick up pleurot mushrooms, and I have to go pick up portobello because I have an order of 2 linguine with mushrooms coming.
Well, look, before we let everyone go, I just want to remind them, Guido's Restaurant, Sapori di Napoli, is
Sapori
back
di Napoli.
open.
Yeah,
Uber
I'll be
Eats
there.
or call them up. Go there, pick shit up. Look, just remember one thing. From everything we've seen this weekend, trucks, no trucks, mandates, no mandates, try your best to see where people are coming from. Show some goddamn compassion, try not to fight.
Have your opinion.
Have your opinion. And also, find out where the hell are they selling goddamn swastika flags. I didn't even know those things are for fucking sale. That is absurd.
And find out where our Prime Minister is.
Find out where, fucking Justice Trudeau is hiding. Find that out. Thank you guys for joining us today. It was a slow, somber episode without our friend Poseidon. It was just calm. There was so much weird shit that happened. We're just trying to rationalize everything and talk about it. Again, if anybody knows who to speak to about what is needed to get water to a reserve near me so we can try to figure that shit out so we can raise some money, let me know. We'll see what the blockade is, because this is getting a little fucking ridiculous. So thank you guys for checking us out. Patreon.com/Pantelis. New episode 2 Drink Minimum drops every Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon everywhere, audio included. Follow my boy Guido. Check out Poseidon. New episodes of everything coming this week. Thank you guys. Go fuck yourselves.